What's up? What's up, guys? It's Brian McDonald. Inspections, estimates, supplements. Here live, giving a a weekly live boots on the ground show. I did one earlier on my YouTube channel. You could go to my YouTube channel, Inspections, Estimates, Supplements, and also was on Twitter earlier live. You can go there too, check it out. It's all in my bio. You can click on it, find me there. And we are live today. So every Wednesday, I'm going to do a live feed wherever I'm at, just talking about boots on the ground inspections. And today, I want to talk about how I got into this business. What I did about 4 years ago, was I got into the insurance game. A friend of mine, Stephanie Haig, was kind enough to give me a job working for a roofing company here in Georgia. And I didn't know anything about roofing. I didn't know anything about sales, nothing. So I was trained on to door knock. I was trained on my pitch. I was trained on how to set a lead. I was trained on how to close a deal. I pretty much knew. I came from a construction background, so I pretty much knew the inspection part of it. But there was a lot of things that the training aspect in the company, not just this one, but what I've seen in a lot of companies, they're heavy in the sales training, door knocking training, but they lack the training on inspecting and looking for damage, hail damage, wind damage, how to look for hail damage on gutters, downspouts, screens, siding, chips, paint chips off siding, you name it. AC coils, fencing, windows, doors, garage doors, everything. They threw me to the fire, and I know they throw everybody to the fire, unless they're one of the few companies out there. Probably 15% of all of the insurance restoration roofing companies out there that are in the insurance game, they do a really good job training their sales staff to how to climb, how to look for damage, how to take pictures, what to take pictures of, what to consider. That is hail damage, what is wind damage, what is blistering. That we all know blisters are not an insurable damage, so you cannot claim for. Adjusters hate it when salesman calls in a claim, help call in a claim with their customers, and they come out and they say, man, they look at that sales guy and they're probably mad as a hornet, saying, man, that looks like, that's blistering, right? And that new salesman's got a stupid look on his face and just pissing off the adjusters. So you really need to get trained out there. It helped me to look on YouTube channels, look up different inspection videos. That helped me a lot. Also, you could go to Hague and get your Hague certification online. That's a good certification. There's some other areas, but come to find out, I was really good at that. Also was really good. I love taking pictures, and I love documenting, sequencing, sketch. I love hand sketching roofs, hand sketching measurements on the interior damage, rooms, because I came from a construction background. It was really easy to me. But when what I first should have talked about was from the door knock to the supplement process. Very long process. And me not knowing the entire process, I went through it. And what I found out was, by the time I got to the adjuster meeting and I found out that how to deal with the adjuster, how to be very respectful, let him do his job, be very cordial, friendly, and just ask him, hey, what do you think about this damage right here? And he or she, adjuster, would agree or disagree. If they agreed that it was considered hail or wind damaged peril, then I'd let them talk to their homeowner. I would go with them to the homeowner, and they would say they're applying coverage. Give us a day, sometimes right there on the spot, or some insurance carriers took a week to 2 weeks to approve a claim and apply coverage, and the adjuster wrote up their initial lowball offer estimate, exactimate estimate. So I got that estimate for my job here, and I turned that into my office, their CRM, and I'm thinking, great. I also picked up the first ACV check. I also picked up their deductible, either whatever it may be, $200, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 they paid with a check or a credit card, or took one of our finance options. At the time we're using, I think, Green Sky, pretty good. I loved it. I loved the app. It was pretty cool. There's some other ones that we use too. So not saying, Green Sky is the best, but that's the one I liked, was familiar with, because you can go right on the spot, get approval or not. And I was always wanting to close deals as soon as possible. Get to that money as fast as possible, because I was working on commissions. And that's how I made my money. I'm not on a salary or hourly, as a sales associate. And the insurance restoration, we're on commission. So we don't get paid. Most companies don't pay their sales staff their commission until the checks come in. So if it was a $10,000 RCV amount, I brought in a check for $5,000, I would get 50% of my commission. Others do it differently, but I'm just telling you what I was what I was getting from my company I was working for. So I would get that 50% commission after dropping off that check. They would schedule the job 2 to 3 weeks out, depending on how busy they were. And then I found out that we did the job, and then I started finding out, after looking at a few different researching on YouTube, 3 years ago, every estimate was coming in different. Other estimates had more line items than the other one. So I started questioning my manager and asked him, what's going on? Well, he told me very vague. It's like he was holding something back, but did not want to train me on how to write exactimate estimates, what really was going on. When I finally found out about, when I read the book Delay, Deny, Defend, that the insurance carriers, what they've been doing for years, since the early 1990s, have just been delaying and denying and lowballing their policyholders for years, and that's how they make their money, their profits. So back to what we were talking about. And then I did a little bit more research on YouTube, and then I found my friend Chad Michaels' insurance restoration training course on his YouTube channel, and he pointed out in his training, I signed up, well worth the money. I tell you, if you don't know that much, if you're just coming into the insurance restoration business as a sales associate for a company, it is well worth buying this course to know exactly what's going on and how to help you make more money. I went a different direction from the course, so I took the course, graduated, and found out even more about how to deal with the insurance company. And that's how I found out from my company I was working for something called supplementing. I hate supplementing. It's a pain in the ass. I found flaws. So what my company did was, after they did the build, they would, they didn't even know how to supplement to the maximum. They would just supplement for drip edge, valley metal, in a few items here and there, starter, and sometimes not even starter, and hip and ridge cap shingle. That's it. That's all they knew. So, and it was a couple of $1,000s here and there. And I also found out that it took them anywhere between 30 days to a few months to get that approved. Once the supplement was approved by the field adjuster, we had to go collect it. I had to go collect that, I couldn't check, from the homeowner. So 2 months went by, they released a check. I didn't find out about it sometimes unless I called the insurance company, say, hey, have you sent out that check? Or the person doing the supplementing inside the company I was working for said they have approved it and said they've released a check, so look for the check within a week or two. So I'd give my homeowner a call, keep on bugging them, hey, have you received this third check that we talked about when I signed you up? It's called a supplement on check. And they said no, or they just went dumb and said, well, I thought that's my money. Well, we already agreed on an amount on the RCV amount, the initial RCV that from the adjuster. I was like, no, we explained that to you at the beginning. So it made it makes you feel dirty, but in a sense, it's the company's money. And so you got to fight sometimes with the homeowner to even get that, and you get a bad review. So I really hated it. Honestly, I made commission off of that supplement, but I was so mad that I had to wait on that damn supplement that it was frustrating. And then I found out that I got good enough to where I could pre-supplement before the repairs. So that's where I became an expert damage consultant, and found out that with my skills that I've gotten from Chad Michaels' insurance restoration training course, and some other stuff that I already knew from the construction background that I had, and I love flying drones, and I love photography. So those two combined really helped me become an expert damage consultant. And I am able to get the money from the table. The table is the table on the homeowner's kitchen table where the funds from the insurance company come in. I'm able to get that money before the repairs because I get my supplements approved before the repairs. Doesn't delay anything more than maybe a week or two because you're scheduling out your repairs so far out. It gives enough time for you to work with the insurance company directly to the inside adjuster and get that approved. And once you get an approval, if your contractor that I'm working for, my client, has a contract with their customer, I could get the money off the table, have the insurance carrier release the depreciation a few days later after approval. My client goes, picks it up. They're happy. A week later, they do the repairs. It's a win-win. And guess what? You don't have to worry about going to get your money after the job is done. Clean. Man, move on to the next. Let's keep them coming. So I have a solution to everybody's roofing contractor's problem with supplementing. And don't tell me there's no problems with supplementing. One, there's only X amount of dollars you could supplement after the repairs are done. Why? Because you lose all the leverage once you repair the work on the job. 2, it takes weeks, sometimes months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 12 months sometimes for an approval to come on your supplement. So you're having to wait for your money. I didn't know you were a bank. It's called ABC Roofing Banking. That's pretty cool. Hey, can you loan me some money? Because that's exactly what supplementing after the repairs is loaning money. Your money you're loaning to the insurance company. And when you get your money, do they pay you interest? Hell no. So the ROI on that, having to wait for your money, in my opinion, is not worth it. I mean, unless you just really like it, because you like to use the AOBs, the AOCs, you like to use the PAs, public adjusters. Hell, public adjusters, hey, they cost anywhere between 20 to 30% of the end result of the approved RCV value. 20 to 30%. And they can't get it approved anything faster than what supplementing is. So do you think that's a good ROI? Hell no. 3 is that the pictures suck. Contractors have the hardest time getting pictures, the correct pictures to the supplementers, because they hold their phones. My phone's on live, so they hold their phones straight up and down. And what that does, it doesn't get the whole field of view of what you're pointing at. So it's like looking at this much of a viewpoint, and you're asking a supplementer to request thousands of dollars from a picture with a viewpoint like this. It doesn't work. So that's another problem. And I've got the solution for all 3 of those problems for you. DM me if you want to find out how I can get you your money off the table before the repairs to go from an average, let's just take a round number, a $50,000 claim, initial RCV value that an adjuster just wrote an estimate for, residential or commercial, $50,000 claim. After I get done, do my thing, and I get an approval from the insurance carrier, I get it up to $150,000. Just a nice round number. Once it's approved, we agree upon a number of 125. So that is a $75,000 increase gain of insurance coverage for my clients. And I'll get that $75,000 released and off the table for my client so that they can go start working on the repairs, and they don't have to finance the job on credit cards with their vendors wherever they get their materials. They don't have to front out money and loan money to pay their crews. They don't have to front money to pay their salaries and payroll in their office. Because I know it's heavy in burden on insurance, taxes, liabilities. So that helps with your cash flow, and it's well worth it. So give me a call, DM me, private message me. You can go to my Facebook page, Inspections, Estimates, Supplements. You could go to my YouTube channel, Inspections, Estimates, Supplements. You could call me at 678-910-1264, or you can email me at bmacdonald.ies@gmail.com. Let me know that, and write in a message saying, get me my money off the table before the repairs, and then I'll reply back to you very shortly, and we'll get started on your projects, making more money for you in 2019. Let's get it! See you guys.